The lesson Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth reflects on how one's judgment gets distorted due to fantasizing and how it creates problems. In this chapter, the narrator is a pilot who is so eager to meet his family and have a good breakfast that he takes a decision of facing the storm instead of going back. Miraculously, he somehow manages to escape with the help of a mysterious aeroplane. This is a mysterious story. The writer was flying his Dakota aeroplane. Suddenly, he was caught in a big cold and his compass, radio, and other instruments failed. There was not much fuel in his plane. Suddenly, he saw a black aeroplane near him. The pilot in that guided him. As a result, he was able to land safely. But he was greatly surprised when the woman at the control center told him that there had been no other plane except the writer's Dakota on the sky that night. But before we proceed with our detailed summary, let us first know about our author. Frederick Forsyth was born on 25th August 1938. He is an English author and occasional political commentator. He is best known for thrillers such as The Day of the Jackal, The Odessa File, The Fourth Protocol, The Dogs of War, The Devil's Alternative, The Feast of God, Icon, The Afghan, and The Cobra. The author says that he was flying an aeroplane at 1 o'clock at night. The moon was coming up in the east behind him. Stars were shining in the clear sky above him. He was flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France, back to England. He was dreaming of his holiday. He was looking forward to being with his family. He decided to call Paris Control. He then radioed to it. He told it that he was on his way to England. Paris Control duly acknowledged. It advised him to turn 12 degrees west. He duly turned to that direction. Everything was going well. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind him. Then he saw the storm clouds. They looked like black mountains in front of him. He knew he could not fly up and over them. He decided to go back to Paris, but he also wanted to get home. So he took the risk and flew into the storm. He could see nothing outside his aeroplane. Everything was black. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. He looked at the compass. It was gone. He tried to contact Paris Control. He was lost in the storm. Then, in the black clouds, he saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wings. He could see it flying next to him in the storm. He was glad to see another person. He was signaling to follow him. The author thought he was trying to help him, so he followed him. He flew for half an hour. He had fuel to last for 5 or 10 minutes. He began to feel frightened. Then he started to go down. Suddenly, he was on the runway. He looked for his friend in the black aeroplane. He wanted to thank him, but the sky was empty. He went into the control tower. He asked a woman where he was. She looked at him strangely and then she laughed. She told that there was no other aeroplane except that of his. The author was wonderstruck. He wondered who had helped him to arrive there. He was without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in his tank. Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane, flying in the storm without lights? It is a very well narrated story, and the author has done his best to bring out thrill, suspense, and mystery to it successfully. The technique used to add the element of mystery, like where the other plane came from and where it disappeared, catches the attention of the reader, where the readers are left in confusion to analyze and understand the various possibilities of what could have happened to the other pilot. The theme that has come out loud and clear is no matter how trying the circumstances are, if you have hope and conviction, even the universe comes to your rescue and you will sail through all the tough times. The Dakota pilot did not lose hope and still showed courage. He was determined and help came his way. So, do you think with courage and determination you can win over any situation? Well, yes. With the two pillars of courage and determination, one can win over any problem. Courage is not absence of fear, but the acquired ability to move beyond fear.
A little girl was walking along with her father when suddenly they saw a large branch of a tree on the path in front of them. The girl very playfully looked at her father and asked him, "Dad, do you think I could move that branch?" Her father replied, "Absolutely, darling, you surely can, if you use all your strength." Inspired by her father's words, she tried her best to push the branch, but realized that she couldn't move it. Thoroughly disappointed, she turned to her father and said, "I can't move it, Dad. What's wrong?" "Look, honey, you're not using all your strength. Try again and use all your strength," replied her father. The girl tried once again. She gave her best and she tried to move the branch, but it wouldn't budge. Sweating and panting, exasperated, she turned to her father and exclaimed, "I can't do it, Dad." With affection in his eyes, the father said, "Do you remember what I've been advising you to do? I have been telling you to use all your strength, but you're not doing so." The exhausted little girl promptly came back, saying, "Come on, Dad. Didn't you see that I used all my strength?" The father replied, "No, young lady, you didn't. You only used yours. And your strength alone is not all your strength. It's only a part of the strength. You didn't ask me for my help. Now, come on here. Let's do it together." And as the girl now used all her strength, with her father joining in, together they moved the branch away from their path. In our life as well, we find challenges come on our path, and often we do not have the necessary resources, know-how, or the strength to overcome them alone. We try hard, but soon become frustrated in solving our problems. You know why? Because we do not use all our strength. Our individual efforts are only a part of our strength, not all our strength. If we turn to others who have the ability to help us, we then start feeling empowered to deal with our issues, because now we are using all our strength. To ask for help and support when we need it is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. Independence in battling our troubles makes us helpless, and dependence on others in doing so makes us a condition good for nothing. Interdependence is the way to live our life, where we use all our strength, our best efforts, and help from others when we can't do it alone.
No matter how difficult the times are, how tough or life-threatening the situation is, if we seek our lives with perseverance and courage, It is nothing that we can't change. Determination is another quality that one needs to inculcate to overcome all the roadblocks and deadlocks. Strong determination can move mountains and can make impossible possible. Retaliation or opposing is not the only way to show courage, but the very fact that you don't give up and continue to fight the good fight with determination is a perfect example of having courage. Like in the story of Dakota pilot was determined to land safe and well, fourth, the courage to do so. Here we can interpret the pilot as ourselves. There are times when we often need to take risks in life, when we start believing in our dreams that seems impossible for others. The black aeroplane can be interpreted as our family and friends who believe in us, in our dreams, and support us. We can even interpret the black aeroplane as the Almighty, who prompts and guides us if we try and listen closely. So, it's up to you whether you want to be like the pilot, taking risks in life and just moving forward in order to achieve that goal of yours, or look back, take a U turn, and be at the same place where you were. The choice is yours.